Thanks for your interest in our electrical apprenticeship programs. At our Portland, Oregon Training Center, we're dedicated to developing skilled electricians for 3 distinct licenses. This video offers valuable insight into some of the work performed under each license and gives you the opportunity to meet some of the outstanding individuals who are proud to be part of the NECA and IBEW Local 48 family. Our NECA contractors and Local 48 IBEW union are invested in building our own workforce. That means every apprentice receives a full scholarship that covers tuition, books, online courses, and a starter set of high-quality hand tools. This ensures cost is never a barrier to starting a fulfilling career in the electrical industry. Residential electricians wire homes up to 3 stories, handling new construction, remodels, additions, and repairs. Limited energy technicians install and service low-voltage systems like data, fiber optics, nurse call, security, and access control, primarily in commercial settings. Inside electricians work mainly in commercial and industrial environments, with the versatility to handle residential and low-voltage jobs too. Their projects span office buildings, supermarkets, hospitals, light rail, and bridges.
My father was a union carpenter for 20 years plus, and he always told me, if you're gonna go into the trades, become an electrician. I decided to go the residential route because the schooling is half the time.
Went to college, I was told to go to college, got my 4-year degree, came back home and didn't have a job for me. And then ran into an old high school friend, thank him, and been here 25 years now.
When I went through Benson Polytech, it was one of the trades that you got to dabble in for, say, 8 weeks or so. I thought union was the hot ticket, so I became a Teamster for a little while. And then there was an electrician there who said, hey, why don't you apply for the apprenticeship? And I said, you know what, you're right. And the rest is history.
I wanted to develop a useful skill and something that was a career path for me that I could have a future and move forward and have more opportunity in.
I've seen their advertisements for years in the local newspapers around town, and it was something that always intrigued me, but it was something that I never thought I would be able to do. It's still shocking for a lot of people to hear that I'm an electrician.
They say if you don't have a lot of construction experience, you can go down to the hall, and they have a material handlers list.
It took me about 2 years to get into the program. It took me 2 sets of interviews, and I needed to do some part-time classes to be eligible for re-interviewing, as well as working as a material handler. And I was preparing for my 3rd interview. I was actually called up to become an apprentice.
I kind of did my due diligence by going onto NECA-IBEW's website and figuring out application process, interview process, what I needed to get, diplomas, your math scores, all these things to just start.
I knew that if I ever became an electrician that I'd want to do it union because of all the benefits that they give for retirement, healthcare, the wages, and all the training that they provide you that you don't necessarily get anywhere else.
I literally just threw myself into it as fast and quick as possible because you have to start somewhere.
Back in my day, we didn't have trade schools. We were constantly told, go to college, go to college, go to trade school. It's the best thing you could do.
It's a 5-year program that I'm in. It can be a little bit overwhelming at times, when finals are happening and it's stressful, but you just have to commit.
I started when I was 40. Every bit of the apprenticeship was kind of hard for me. Being an older person, it was hands-on, mechanical, technical stuff, and I had never done any of that before. But I had a lot of help from classmates and instructors and tutoring. Go to tutoring, it's very important.
Right after school, I would start on my homework, and then right before the next week's school, I would review all the homework, and then that would prepare me the most.
The way that we get to do all these labs here and we get to work on everything that you would see in the field plus more, it's really rewarding.
The best thing about the training center are the teachers. I've gone to college, I've received lessons from a lot of different teachers, and I have to say, the teachers here are exceptional.
Signals and industrial, which is what I gravitate towards, is there's lots of heavy work.
The physical aspects can be very demanding. You can be digging trenches from one end of the house to the next or across an entire field. Some of your equipment weighs hundreds of pounds, and you're going to be using multiple people and equipment to be able to lift that.
You know, Oregon, you have 4 seasons. As long as you prepare and you have decent clothing, hopefully, you're doing a job that you're moving good enough to keep you warm.
I enjoy learning. It makes me happy to learn things. And here, there's so much to learn.
I've gotten to work on so much different stuff. My very first call was at a FedEx distribution facility. I've worked at truck manufacturing facilities. I've worked at a couple different bakeries.
I've helped work on a park. I've done residential work. I've done low volt work, CATCOM. I've run pipe, did conduit.
I've seen a lot. 4 20-story buildings. I've worked on multiple hospitals, a little bit of residential as well, done a lot of underground, and a lot of TIs in the middle of all that.
You can steer yourself in a direction to do that one thing you think would be enjoyable, or you did that was enjoyable during your apprenticeship.
Show up to work early and get some stretch and flex done, and then go over the game plan for the day with my foreman.
Talk about where we were the day before, what we're going to be doing that day. So for instance, today we talked about the can lights we were trimming out, the lighting control whips that we were doing, and the different boxes we're making up.
You'll run into every spectrum of people on this job. I believe there's over 4,000 journeymen in our jurisdiction, and that's just for the commercial inside.
I've had nothing but great experience with all the journey workers I've been able to work with. Everyone's really patient and kind.
You build friendships, you build relationships. I've had people I worked with that were in my wedding. I've been in people's weddings.
Of course, you're going to meet some difficult people, but I've met some really amazing people too. You end up supporting each other through the apprenticeship and learning from one another.
It helps to be able to get along with a wide variety of people. I grew up with 10 siblings, and then I worked in customer service for all those years. So being able to get along with different people helps a lot.
Mentoring, what I do right off the bat is I'll introduce myself, I'll lay down a couple expectations for the apprentice, and then I'll also kind of see where they're at with their schooling to see how much I need to supervise and refine with them.
There's little things that you carry with you, like new apprentice, buy them lunch. They're short a tool, maybe give them your old tool. Don't be too forgiving, because that has to stick with them. They have to learn the responsibility of doing the job correctly.
It's very vital for our trade to continue to grow, our union to continue to grow through mentoring, through advising, through teaching.
People who were your journeyman or your foreman who helped build you up, they're always there. You can always call these people throughout your whole career.
Everybody that I talk to that asks me about the career, I tell them, hey, go in and apply.
I think that this program is something that gives to you what you put into it. So the more effort and willingness that you have to put into the program, the more that you're going to get out of it.
It's maintaining a positive attitude. That's key throughout this whole process of being an apprentice, is if you have a positive attitude, rain or shine, you're going to do great in this program.
I would say do it. It is the best decision I ever made. The apprenticeship, it demands a lot out of you. The work demands a lot out of you, but in the end, it's all worth it. The benefits, the pay, everything.
Ready to light up your future? Visit NIETC.org to learn more and take the first step toward a rewarding career.